Greetings and welcome and more greetings in the love and in the light of the infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer. Welcome, co-creators, divine ones, blissed out, dimensional, trans-dimensional travelers. This morning we're going to discuss elements that you will refer to again and again within your Ascension toolkit, your toolbox. These are practices that you will refer to essentially. This is when you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, like trying to figure out what to say when you're recording a video, like when you're first starting off and really all you want to do is drink some coffee, instant and adequately heated. Excuse me. And essentially, tools. Talking about 3 specific tools: the grounding cord, the rose, and the center of your head. And used together, these tools establish the foundational platform upon which all else is built. Constant vigilance, practice, effort is required to remain on this platform. This is just like these tools will become so commonplace, so routine practice, but so necessary, such an essential element of your daily trans-dimensional surfing, so similar to brushing your teeth, if you do that. So when you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, these will become just second nature to you, to quickly return to your platform of balance and act intentionally rather than reacting. And that essentially is the pathway to the new earth. When you act intentionally rather than reacting, you're on the golden age timeline. Please hit that subscribe button. But grounding, what is that all about? Maybe you've heard this term. You can walk barefoot out in the woods or get some soil on your feet, but generally walking barefoot is a type of grounding where you release inflammation, energy into the core of Mother Gaia. But essentially, grounding also can be understood as the essential platform. It is the platform. All right, it's a natural part of the electrical, your thinking and magnetic systems, your emotional heart system. But grounding is a natural part of the electrical and magnetic systems of the body. We are born with a connection to Earth. We are Earth. We're just like little pop-ups. If you want to use a technology analogy, we're like little pop-ups from the earth. We're comprised of the earth, but grounding is a natural part of the electrical and magnetic systems of the body. We are born with this connection to the earth, along with all the other grounding cord tools that we will discuss. This is all part of our program, if you want to look at it like that. In our third dimensional fear and concern and the absolutes of the third dimension, and in our moving between the past and the future, these linear concepts of linear time that stress us all out, we have largely forgotten about these simple techniques. But grounding allows distracting and destructive thoughts and emotions to be siphoned off down into the earth, thereby minimizing the noise and disruption in your life. There are 2 components to grounding. The first component of your grounding cord consists of an electrical line that grounds non-aligned electrical thoughts. the thoughts that run through your head all day long, the monkey chatter, which really have nothing to do with you, which are not you. The second component consists of a coil of energy that wraps around the electrical line of your grounding cord. This is the magnetic portion, and its purpose is to clear away all the emotions and uncomfortable feelings that often accompany those thoughts. Remember, thoughts are electrical and emotions are magnetic. So how to establish your grounding cord? Using your imagination. Here, let me do this. Hope everyone's having a great, wonderful morning. 9:03. So there's right there. How to establish your grounding cord. Using your imagination, create an image of a straight electrical line that begins at the lower tip of your spine, first chakra, and connects to the center of the earth. This is the first component of your grounding cord. To release discordant thoughts, intentionally direct this electrical line to turn on. Once the first component is firmly anchored and activated, you are ready to connect the second component. Imagine a coil of energy wrapping around the electrical line from the tip of your spine to the center of the earth. Turn it on. Sit back and relax. Notice energy moving out and down the grounding cord. So that's a type of, that's a cerebral way to understand this. But visualization is your imagination, your visualization is the currency of the fifth dimension. That is important to understand that concept. Your imagination, visualization, and Folger's instant coffee are the currencies of the fifth dimension and being grounded. But I can tell you, one good way to dump negative energy and all is just to get barefoot, get your feet dirty, take a walk, find a nice safe place. You're not going to damage the soles of your feet, but just get your feet in some soil or just go, stand in a creek bed or something. But it's important to always activate both components of your grounding, but to think of yourself as a conduit. And sometimes when you're in this negative sort of state of turmoil, there are some very pragmatic, real things to do to let that energy flow through you, let these thoughts, to dump them. That's what the earth is. We have this symbiotic relationship. So your thoughts and your emotions are interwoven in deep ways. And as you release one, the other begins to unravel. Keeping both parts of your grounding cord in place and activated allows energy to be neutralized quickly. With your grounding cord firmly in place, all those troublesome, repetitive thoughts that don't belong to you, that are not who you are, that is your third dimension, digital matrix, persona, construct, all those charged emotions that get you unnecessarily stirred up, have a place to go. Let it go. That is not your reality. Let it just go right through you. Intentional. Acting with intention rather than reacting. Now you can actively release them from your space with the visualization of the root chakra being connected and just letting that. And while you're doing so, I would recommend standing barefoot on a patch of, even if you do it on your bare floor or something, just get your feet, get them bare. And as you practice and play with the grounding cord tool, you can also take the opportunity to clear any ugly emotions and thoughts that you have noticed in your recent experiences. Ask the question, Where in my space do I hold jealousy, fear, judgment, lack, so on? Seek these areas out. Notice what you notice and allow that energy to flow down your grounding cord and dissolve. You may also notice that as you use the cord to intentionally release negative energy, more issues will bubble up to the surface of your awareness. These are the unconscious hidden patterns coming to the surface to be released. Allow these energies to move down your grounding cord. Allow your fingers to hit the subscribe button. We have a few more tools to talk about that are part of your Ascension Toolkit and keeping yourself firmly anchored in the fifth dimension. Because fifth dimension is not some, far out, big crazy event. All that stuff very well may happen, but let's talk about things that we do know and can control. And one of those is our frequency, our vibration. And we do that through our breathing, through paying attention to our pranayama, the breathing, and these simple tools. So we got a couple more, skill sets to talk about, the rose and the center of the head, and we'll come back to that a little bit later, okay, folks? So, buenos dias, bonjour. Namaste, namaskaram.